So far this year, numerous records have been broken for global temperatures. That's according to NASA, the U.S. Space Agency. This year is on track to be the warmest yet on record.
First, we want to talk to you about the global surface temperatures, the significance there. Look at this graphic that NASA released earlier today. You can see the very top of the area, all this very red. It should be, there we go, you look much more red. And the Arctic is actually warming 9 times faster than the rest of the world. This little finger of warm air here, though, very significant. That's the remaining effects from El Nino. And the NASA scientists today, on what they called an emergency news conference to talk about the significance of this, said that El Nino is responsible for about 40% of the warm temperatures, unseasonably warm temperatures from January to June. Now, just how bad are they? Take a look at this graphic. We go back all the way to the pre-industrial age, and you can see, where the temperature was. And then it began to spike, and right now it's about 1.5 degrees Celsius above where it was back in 1880. And it's having the greatest impact on sea ice. And that is important because it is going to have a global effect. You can see right here, the average of sea ice in the Arctic, it has just plunged. And already 5 out of the 6 months this year, record levels of melting. And that is not good news.
There is no fancy cable news name for the disaster in Louisiana, not a superstorm or some play on the word Armageddon. But while much of the country was caught up in Olympics and politics, the state was suffering on a scale rarely experienced.
It's heartbreaking, it really is.
13 people have died, 40,000 homes have been flooded. The need for shelter so dire, people are sleeping in this film studio. This sugarcane farmer spent days sandbagging. It didn't work.
The death toll in the Italian earthquake is rising. At least 250 now dead, nearly 400 others injured. Just a day after a powerful 6.2 magnitude quake hit, strong aftershocks still rocking the already devastated areas of central Italy. Search and rescue efforts are intensifying with every precious minute. And just when you think it could be hopeless, a miracle arises from the rubble. Take a look here.
Well, I got to show you this. We know that we're coming out of this very highly advertised El Nino, strong El Nino season, and that has a major significant impact on global average temperatures, of course, increasing them. But that's not the only factor at play. Take a look, for instance, at this graph showing temperatures from 1950 through present day. And the orange bars, by the way, are El Nino. So obviously we're starting to see our temperature on the increase. That's well stated, well advertised. But El Nino, we're starting to outpace each previous El Nino years. Remember, this is a recurring cycle that takes place about every 5 to 7 years. So there's something else at play here. Heat trapping greenhouse gas emissions like carbon dioxide, for instance, and the angle of the sun. We'll get to that in just 1 second. But check this out. We even had to change the graph showing the 5 warmest years to show the trajectory of where 2016 is headed. February, the warmest February on record in 2016, and not only that, the warmest month on record, and we're starting to see a pattern here. So it's not only El Nino, we have other effects taking place. Look at that. Since May 2015, we have broken heat records across the planet every consecutive month in South America, in the United States, as well as the continent of Africa. Impressive stuff. Here in the United States alone, we had nearly 4,000 record highs. And, well, you're saying, well, what's the big deal? Why do we care? We have a warmer winter. Who's going to complain about that? Well, if you're ready for some heat, think what's coming in this summer. We have the change in the seasons that is about to take place. We're ending our winter season, transitioning into summer, where we're going to place what was the low horizon sun right over top of us, allowing for that direct energy from the sun to help warm things up. So if the Center for Climate Prediction Center is right on with our forecast, we have a very warm summer season, even a warmer spring season in store. The New England coastline and the West Coast, where we know we have been in a well-advertised drought in California that only will have catastrophic problems for many parts across the world.